Good morning and welcome to another programme in the series What a Sight! Beauty tips for the ugly woman or the uglier woman. Now, you might be wondering why I'm like this. No, I haven't put an extra few pounds on over the Christmas season. This is purely to illustrate my topic of conversation today, which is weight and the larger woman. Now, you may not believe this, but some time ago I was pretty large myself. In fact, I was so large that I couldn't button up my coat and my foot went through my mum's landing. Fact. Now, what I'm here to do today is to illustrate and to sort of quash that myth that when you're a larger lady, you have to shave your hair off, wear tiny little earrings and that to kind of emphasise the smallness of you. You see, the smallness. Not true. Not true. Simply by a little experiment I'll do for you now. Now, you see, if I put my hair back now, there's a simple little experiment, you see, how you do actually need volume on the bigger lady. So basically, what I'm saying today is big, think bigger. Think bigger, ladies, think bigger. So, but one pointer I will make out to you is, really, avoid little things, avoid little earrings, avoid studs and avoid rings, ladies. Because basically, if you are on that larger side, who wants to sort of see sausages with rings? Have you ever seen a sausage wearing a ring? Or perhaps scrap that, no. And you see, a stud, you see, rather than being like the jewel of the Nile, like become more of a corrupt bun, mightn't it, you see, mightn't it? No. So, basically, I am glad to say that in this day and age, you know, we're waking up now to the sort of scrawny versus the voluptuous, you see. And there's a lot of celebrities out there which I can't really mention, you know, the fatties. I can't really mention them for fear of little, you know, I can't mention them, so we'll just, you know. But they do make the best of themselves, you see. They make the best of themselves, you see. And a lot of them, I've noticed, have taken to wearing the glasses, you see. The glasses. Now, I'll demonstrate to you in a minute, you know, but I will point out, try not to wear, although they're very kind of, you know, they're very kind of attractive, but you've got to be on right sort of person, you see. Try and avoid the little steel-rimmed jobs, you see, steel-rimmed jobs, because they sort of get swallowed up in your face. If you've got a lovely voluptuous face, you know, you'll just look like you've got dark circles now, won't you? No, so I said, you know, the bigger the better. Go for bigger shades. Now, you see how automatically, you see, the whole thing appears smaller, you see. The whole thing appears smaller, you see. And if, you know, if you're unfortunate enough, though, because there is a certain type, of stature, you see, that could be slightly large, you know, large, very, very kind of generous everywhere, but with a very thin face. Now, no idea why nature does this, but there's a simple solution, girls. You just have to emphasise the size of the head, you know, a bit like lions do with their manes, you see, and you have to kind of make your head bigger, you see. Just draw attention to the size. It's a myth. Don't shave your head. The more hair, the better. The more hair, the better, you see. And as I say about jewellery, I demonstrate the bigger the better, you see. The bigger the better. Nice chunky necklaces, you see. Nice chunky stuff. You can carry it off, girls. You can carry it off. Now, you see, as I said, I used to be very, very fat. You know, I'm quite slim now, but that's not all it's cracked up to be. Not all it's cracked up to be, girls, you see. I have been mistaken twice for a bloke. And when you are kind of lacking in the sort of old, you know, the old sort of weight department, you also lack in the old fashion department at times, you see, fashion department. Now you see, you know, if you ask me, I'd rather, you know, use a JCB to dig up my yard than a shovel. You know, I'm sorry, but that's the end of it, you see, that's the end of it. And another thing I'll move on to is when you're out, you know, say you're out at a restaurant, or, you know, you're in a social situation, and you're self-conscious, and you've got all these kind of slim, slender mates of yours, you know, tucking into their lettuce, Here's a simple little trick, right? A simple little trick. Think big, you see, think big. So while they're having their little kind of, you know, cup, size of a sort of eye wash container, you get yourself a nice big cup. Now, can you see what I'm getting at here? Can you see the physics of it, you see? Big and bigger creates the illusion of smaller. And that goes for biscuits too. Don't go messing with these mingy things, you see. They're just going to emphasise, the thing. You want to get yourself a big dustbin lid of a biscuit. That's what you want, yeah. So, think big, you see. Now, you see, you know, you can either sort of succumb to the depression of being slightly overweight, but, you know, you have to think of the positive side. You have to think of the positive side of this, you know. And to be honest, you know, whether you're large, ginormous, you know, you're either a crumpet or a farmhouse tin loaf, you're all tasty. As far as I'm concerned, crumpet or farmhouse tin, you know, you're all delicious. We're all delicious, aren't we, yeah? There's no one set category, you see. Oh, I'll just top up while I'm here. Just top up. That's another thing, see. Now, you see, I've seen this done, this can be done, it is possible. Now, another thing about makeup, you see, I have seen this common mistake made by the larger lady, you know, and as I say, they have this thing in their head. Oh, excuse me, I've just got a bit of a runny nose there. There's flu going around, but they have this thing in their head that to look thinner, they've got to be smaller in every way, shape and sense. And that even goes to the makeup. Not true, not true. You do not want thin eyebrows. Now, you just watch this optical illusion happening before your very eyes. Now, look at that, you see. Already, my face is balancing out with it. So, you see what I've done there? You see what I've done? It's balancing out, you see. I'm becoming a picture, aren't I? A picture, you see. And you can always use, you've always got, you see, the polka dot hairband, you see. Now that will also emphasise, you see, spots, circles, round. Do you see what I'm getting at? It actually does not draw attention to your weight. No, it draws attention to your kind of, your huge aura. The aura of the huge person, you see, is bubbly and jolly and beautiful. It's beautiful. So, and if all else fails, lasses, you know, if all else fails, just hang around with a lot bigger people. That's the clinching optical illusion. That's the clinching optical illusion. But I am sure that whatever size you are, any gentleman will be proud to have you pushing his car of an evening. So this is Intrepid Reporter, reporting for my new set of programmes. What a sight! Beauty tips for the ugly woman or the uglier woman. This is signing off until the next time, which I'm not quite sure what we're covering yet, but I will be here. So take care, love each other, you know, and enjoy your fat.